Here we go. We're going to talk about funding again. It's always a thing when it comes to public transportation. And this one is in Seattle. Of course, Seattle has this massive light rail expansion system project that they have. And so far, it's been fun to watch from somebody who's not actually from Seattle. But I'm pretty sure if I was from Seattle, it would be painful to watch, as Line 2 is still not fully completed and connected to Line 1. And so we're gonna see exactly the reason why and what will be the solution that Seattle comes up with.
The agency says it needs to find ways to cut costs to fulfill voter-approved expansion plans.
And Cairo 7 was first to report Sound Transit is billions and billions of dollars short. Cairo 7's Madeline Ottley joining us live now in Ballard, one of the areas that is supposed to get service as part of this expansion, Madeline.
Gary, advocates say we cannot compromise on these projects, even in the face of this massive budget shortfall. Now, today, City of Seattle leaders, they reiterated that message and they announced their next step to help. Transportation advocates don't want to see light rail expansion plans derailed.
The message from voters, riders, and the public is clear. Build the damn trains.
It comes days after Sound Transit announced it's up to $30 billion short to deliver on voter-approved expansion projects.
Sound Transit has the money on hand to continue delivering all of their planned programs. It's that in 10, 20 years, there are holes in the budget.
In those next few decades, light rail is supposed to expand to West Seattle and here in Ballard.
It would be great if we had a way to get to downtown in under 10 minutes or so.
And south to Tacoma, north to Everett, and more. Is there any realm of possibility in which we could see projects delayed, canceled, or taxpayers could be left?
Hold on. If Sound Transit expands like all the way to Tacoma and all the way to Everett, so if Line 1 gets all of its full length, would it be longer than the Metro A line? That would be an extremely long light rail line, and I feel like they would be battling it out for the longest light rail line in the world. That would be insane. I actually want to see this battle to the point where I'm like, I want these light rail lines to get extremely long. I think the Metro A line is already pushing it to the point where it's like very inefficient, and Line 1 is probably going to be pushing it to the same length as well for light rail, because remember, these light rail, they're not running in mixed traffic. They have their own dedicated right of way, but they still have to stop at red lights and all that type of stuff as well. And so when you have an extremely long line like this and you have to stop at red lights and all that type of stuff, not good. Yeah, that is the craziest part. Line 1 is larger than some full subways.
To front more money.
We have to see progress. We can't assume that there's going to be drastic delays. Letting our staff with Sound Transit to figure out how creative can we be.
The City of Seattle has already vowed to streamline the permitting process. Wednesday, council will consider approving the money to hire more staff to get it done.
Seattle will do everything it can do to reduce costs, and we're going to expect every other.
Oh, yeah. Planet Axolotl, the longest light rail line in the world is definitely not a dub. But it is completely for the meme of it. Sure, we'll just because I can't wait till I get to this Metro A line story. But yeah, for the meme of it, it is hilarious because it's like you did all this to build one of the most inefficient ways to get somebody from point A to point B from one end of the line to the other. Like at that point, it might as well be 2 lines or 3 lines put together.
Jurisdiction, city and county to do exactly the same.
The longer we wait to start building, the more these projects are going to cost.
Sound Transit is now weighing different ways to save money to close its multi-billion-dollar gap. Advocates and city leaders say there is no room for projects to go off track.
It's not about whether these projects are going to happen. It's about when they're going to happen.
Not the first time that Sound Transit has had to re-examine its budget for these voter-approved plans. I asked Mayor Harrell today what sort of oversight will be in place to ensure something like this doesn't happen.
Yeah, okay, sidebar. Why does the news cut people off like that? Like, they cut people off in like the worst times. I guess because people do ramble a little bit, but like I was actually interested in what he was gonna say next, and it just kind of just like, all right, well, your time's over. All right.
Happen again as we look towards the years ahead. His answer coming up tonight at 6. Live in Ballard, in Seattle, Madeline Ottley, Cairo 7 News.